I've got a big update for you guys today about David's brother. Now, if you follow the channel closely, you'll know that I did a video yesterday talking about David's brother actually deciding that now is the time to put out music. A lot of people were very, very offended by the tone-deaf approach to his promotional campaign for his new music. And a lot of people were saying that he was, trying to profit off the situation or trying to benefit, get some clout off of the whole situation. But now, in response to that, hey, I think David's brother Caleb might have actually watched my video. He has actually now finally come out with a full-blown statement, and it sounds like he's low-key denouncing his brother. And I said in my previous video that if Caleb actually wants the public to be on his side, he needs to denounce his brother, and he needs to maybe open up about some of what was going on, and he needs to say that he doesn't rock with what was going on, not these ambiguous statements, all PDFs should die. And I feel like we're getting a step closer to this, and I think that going forward, David's brother might actually end up being a very, very important person in this story. And I don't want to say if he plays his cards right, because that's disingenuous, but if his heart is actually in the right place, and he really, truly does believe that what his brother did was disgusting, and he speaks out against him, I think he is going to find himself on the side of the people, rather than the disgusting horror show of the family that him and his parents have currently been putting on. So this is the latest. Caleb's statement regarding his music and association with David, all right? It's a 2-pager. He went deep. And honestly, I'm actually grateful that he even opened up about this. So let's hear what he said, okay? He said, "I've been wanting to say something for a while, but I have to be careful about what I say, as this is an ongoing legal matter. I don't want to make this horrible situation about me. I want justice for Celeste and her family." Interesting. We saw him liking the Justice for Celeste posts, but now he's saying it himself. I respect it. Now listen to what he says here. He says, "I've seen people say that I knew what was going on and was protecting my brother. This is not true at all. I've not lived with my brother for years, and I was not very close with him. We didn't speak often, other than when our family was brought on tour or he was visiting home. I was around Celeste a few times when I was 15. I did not know her well, and I did not know her age. People have been posting a video showing me backstage with her at one of David's concerts when I was 15, and I've been wanting to address this for a while. People have even gone as far as to say that I was sneaking her backstage, which is not true. She was already at the show, and the video takes place after the show had already ended. In the video, we were sent to grab something from a fan that was in front of the stage, and we were walking back." Interesting. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say I actually believe what he's saying here. It says news companies such as TMZ, Daily Mail, and others, all right, could be Reddit, could be me, have started saying that I'm taking advantage of the whole situation to promote my music, and that I am just now launching my music career. This isn't true at all. I've been releasing and posting music over the last 3 to 4 years. I took over a half-year hiatus due to what happened. I changed my name online from Caleb to Covert, as I didn't even want to associate myself with any of this. I have not once mentioned this situation or my identity on the new accounts. TMZ even reported my age incorrectly, saying I'm 20 when I just turned 18 in November. I had scheduled my first release under the new name before any of this became a headline again, and the song came out 2 days before the arrest. The project, music videos, and songs were already in motion long before any news coverage around my brother resurfaced. My intent has never been to bring this attention to myself or my music. My intent has never been to use this to bring attention to myself or my music. This is the whole reason why I started over from scratch." And he's posting here the date of his release, or his project release, the date of David's release that he'd planned. The song had been uploaded on April the 11th. It had been due to be released on the 14th, and David was arrested on the 16th. He said, "My decision to continue releasing music isn't about using any of this for attention. Music is my life, and after stepping away for months because of everything that's happened, I want to build my own path." Now, look, I'll be honest with you. I'm actually giving him the benefit of the doubt in this. I think that for a kid that just turned 18, I think this is actually quite sensible. It's quite a well thought out breakdown. And there's honestly a little part of me that actually feels bad for David's brother in this. If he is being genuine and he's being truthful, he says he wants justice for Celeste. He said he didn't know anything about what was going on. It sounds to me, in the way he's talking in that second or third paragraph here, it says, he says, "I didn't know what was going on, and they said I was protecting my brother. It's not true at all. Didn't live with him for years. I wasn't even close to him. We didn't speak that much. And I was only around Celeste a few times. I didn't know her well." And he says he didn't know her age. That would suggest that he was lied to about it. Now, I honestly feel like if we take what he says at face value, and we believe that he didn't really know what was going on, and he was lied to by his brother David, just like other people. I'm not saying he's a victim like Celeste is a victim. Celeste is the victim. But he is arguably a victim of David's lies as well. He is arguably a victim of David's manipulation, and he's been put in a position, a horrible position, as a kid, being pictured with a minor that was found deceased, cut up in the trunk of a car. His diabolical brother is the problem, and he's put him in a situation. And I would wager, if this is true and his sentiments about this situation are actually true, I would wager he would probably be very pissed off, upset, and disgusted by his brother and just all of this bullshit that he has brought to the table. That's my opinion. Okay, so I actually do want to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm not sure if the public or the people are gonna feel that way. If I see any evidence to the contrary, I will probably change my position. But that's how I feel. So let's see what the people are saying. Okay, let's see what the Redditors, the commenters are saying. So people saying, I'm glad he's saying something. I'm kind of impressed he addressed the situation with such clarity and directness, having just turned 18. Also, it's a hard line in the sand if there were any lingering doubts that he wants his brother to get what he deserves. That man ruined Celeste's family and his own. Who knows who else is, all on what seems like a shortly premeditated crime. Never seen a public figure turn criminal so dumb. I said this from the beginning. As far as we know, he didn't do it. If we are proven otherwise, then I'll take it back. But Caleb shouldn't be putting his life on pause because of David, and he should have been famous instead. David is already a reason a life is lost. I don't know about him being famous instead, because the music's not there yet, but still, he is better than David. So do you know what? He has more balls than anyone involved and actually explained things politely. More than David, more than Neo, more than stupid Asia, and more than his parents, more than Celeste's family, like Esmeralda, who haven't said or clarified anything from their side, honestly. Right? People saying, to be fair, it's an ongoing investigation. People literally can't speak unless they want to get effed on a technicality when they never had any involvement. Happens all the time, hence why all good lawyers don't say nothing. He's 18, he probably doesn't have a lawyer to tell him to shut the F up. Others probably do. Does that make Neo, Asia, and the rest less suspicious? No. And they'll probably be arrested alongside David, especially Neo, who 100% drove that car. Videos literally show him in an exact outfit he owns. No clue why LAPD is saying it's David unless they managed to get footage from inside the car and David faked it on purpose somehow. I'm not sure that's true. And Asia, who knew she was a minor and on the run. To do all of this in a Tesla of all things might be the most stupid idea ever processed. Okay. So people are saying, so it seems I was somewhat right about his music release being pre-scheduled. This just effing sucks for him, man. I'm glad he's addressing this, but I can only imagine how bad the harassment has been getting lately. Imagine finding out your brother is a PDF and a murderer on top of that, and people thinking you had something to do with it. I guess the one question is, why didn't he take part in the grand jury summon? He doesn't have to talk about his personal relationship with his parents, but I can only imagine how pissed he probably would be after hearing they still stand by David after all the charges have been reported. Also, that's if they haven't changed their stance since the details in the brief were announced. They haven't made a statement afterwards. Said he's probably still living at home, and from what I've gathered so far, the parents seem very controlling. Sadly, there would never be a right time for him to launch himself. If it's now, then it's for attention. If it's after the trial, he always wanted to be like David. If it's 2 years after, he'll never be as good as David. Unfortunately, he'll always be tied to David's evil actions, even if he had nothing to do with it himself. This dude said all PDFs should die. I don't know, guys. I think he's onto something here, and people should give his music a chance. If they rock with it, he could even wait until after the trial is over to release music, and they'd say it's a money grab, it's a lose-lose. So, as I said, all right, the sentiment around this is actually... people are rocking with his statement. This is winning people over. I'm seeing people winning over. A lot of people are feeling for him. And if you go back and watch the video I did yesterday, ain't nobody rocking with Caleb. Now they're fucking with him. All right? And he's not doing it just to get support from the public. I would hope not. But if these are his genuine thoughts and he genuinely is disgusted by David's actions, then he is on our side. He is on the side of the people. Right? It says, I feel for him. Why should he keep putting his life on hold for an unknown amount of time because his brother, who was an asshole, betrayed and hurt him this much? He's saying he'll never escape his brother's actions regardless. Right? People saying he said this yesterday. He was downvoted. It said, that's sad. He's still going to be cyberbullied because his brother is a PDF murderer. I hope that the actual court hearing distracts from the harassing Redditors for a bit. There's so many people that are mad that he didn't prevent her murder, like he had superpowers or something. People saying, I got downvoted for saying he's just a kid, and pinning him to the obligations of his family is literally hypocritical when we all don't blame Celeste for her parents. He did this in the best way he could have. I feel for him. Imagine just trying to do your own thing and find your footing in life. Then your public figure older brother who you look up to is found out to be a predator and a murderer. His whole world was just flipped completely upside down, all because of his brother. It's clear he does not condone what David did, nor does he show any ounce of support to his brother. He wants to separate himself from him completely, and I've got a lot of respect for Caleb now. He could have waited 10 years, and the same media outlets would still have reported his music as convicted killer's brother releases his album. Families of high-profile criminals and victims get tormented by the media forever when they dare to breathe in public. It's interesting, right? Unfortunately, some people have made up their mind to have a problem with him. They just want an excuse to bully and harass them because they just feel they're so gosh darn mad about Celeste. They want to feel like they're doing something about it, okay? So there's some interesting stuff, all right? So although he is distancing himself from David, all right, and I'm gonna play Angel's Advocate here. Not Satan's advocate, devil's advocate. But you know, the history between oopsie daisy, hang on. The history between Caleb and David, obviously they're brothers, but it goes a little bit deeper, right? So according to Discord logs, Caleb has actually been making music with David since 2020, all right? So this is apparently them on a little tune together, all right? Beat It Up freestyle featuring David. This is all the way in 2022. So before they were really, you know, the big celebrity, famous, you know, people that they're kind of known as now, but they've been making music. So you know, if he's distancing himself from David, well, we got to correct the record and just say, okay, but you guys been locked in making music. You can't act too much like you didn't have a relationship with this guy, right? He actually was opening for David on tour. He's talking about, oh, I was just brought out, and you know, the only time I spoke to him is when he brought the whole family on tour. Well, okay, but you're opening. Caleb is opening. I know Caleb's opening for the shows. I want Caleb to open. Other night when he let Caleb open before his performance. So it's a little bit more connection than maybe he was letting on in his statement, all right? This is a photo of him spotted in the Discord, August 2025, rare Caleb sighting. He at the show, he got the headphones on, maybe he ready to take the stage, all right? And so I've even got a video here of them actually freestyling together. So let's pull this bad boy up. And I've actually reacted to this one before. You might remember this. Hopefully this isn't in the copyright archives too, but it says, found this clip of David in a freestyle battle with his brother Caleb, and I remember he said some weird stuff in this. Wonder if he'll ever tell the judge the same thing he said in this clip. Also, he says he'll never be indicted. Who thinks he will be? This is before the indictment, right? So we're looking at this with fresh eyes now, but look at this.
I'm on the pavement. I'ma shoot him where he laying. I'ma shoot him while he down. Make his body hit the ground. I'ma murder all my friends. Call me Melly in the town. I'm not getting indicted. I'm shoot him on sight, and what? He gonna pull up and deny it. I'm like testifying in court. Hey, Your Honor, I did not buy it. I did not even try it. I just
He just said, I did not buy it. Well, you talking about the chainsaw and the tarpaulin?
I did not buy it. I did not even try it. I just wanted to rely it.
Yeah, Your Honor, I did not buy it. I'm not buying that one either. Okay. But look, all right. People have kind of been saying, yes, you are getting indicted. The rabbit hole gets deeper every day. Okay. I'm sure Netflix already has 9 episodes. That awful voice. Oh my God. How did this creep make it? Industry plant. Shirt said it all. He's an auto-tune voice marketing strategy, which failed. Jimmy Kimmel had him on. Benny Blanco signed him later to change his mind. He doesn't have talent. Just took it from the others. Twisted it. Used by him as something authentic. So look, okay. I am rocking. I feel like I'm rocking with Caleb now, honestly. If I'm barking up the wrong tree, let me know. Okay, we did the full breakdown yesterday of kind of all of the hate against Caleb. People are rocking with him now, and I actually respect that he put out that statement. I think that is actually a step in the right direction. I hope he's doing it for the right reasons, not for no clout. And I would like to see him speak out against his brother and speak about his upbringing and his family, his parents, in the future. And look, let's be real. We're trying to hear from him. We're actually trying to hear from him. If he pops out and he's talking about how great David was and how things aren't as they seem, we're not going to be feeling it. But if he actually pops out, opens up, and lets us know what was really going on behind the scenes, behind closed doors, in his family dynamics, I think the people will support him and they will actually appreciate that perspective. So let me know what you guys think. Okay, I'm going to do some more videos. I'm going to do a bunch of short videos because there's a few different David topics I want to talk about, and they're all quite unrelated today. So I've been itching to do this video about his Discord mods. I think I'm going to do that one next. So just stay tuned. Another upload coming probably in the next hour after this one, hopefully. I've been getting a few issues with some of the older videos getting demonetized, so there's a few videos missing. But also, if you do like the David content, I've been getting inundated with messages of people saying, please make a playlist of all your David videos, okay? I've done countless David videos, so I've made a full playlist, and I think it's gonna be up there. I think it's gonna be up there. Make sure you subscribe down there. I think it's gonna be, or up there. But just, I'm gonna put the playlist here, so if you want to catch up, if you want to just dig deep into all of the David stuff that I've done, go and check out the playlist there, probably there, hopefully there. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. I'm out, gang. Peace.